What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is AkeemHaynes. I'm a two-time Olympian, Olympic bronze medalist, author, motivational speaker, and sports commentator. On my channel, we talk boxing, MMA, track and field, and of course, motivation and encouraging content. If this is something that you enjoy, then I hope that you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Carlos Adames versus Juan Montiel. What do we think about this fight? Adames is back in the ring this weekend for the first time this year. He's coming into this one with 21 wins, 1 loss, and 16 by way of knockout. He's coming off arguably his biggest win against Sergey Derevyanchenko, where he won that one by mixed decision. Pretty close fight, but a good win for him on his record. I think Adames is a very good boxer, right? You can tell he's talented, very skilled, very strong. Good puncher, good jabs, uppercuts, and body punches. From when he gets inside close and closes the gap, he's very technically sound in his approach and shot selection. Good movement, good head movement, good footwork, and can really apply the pressure when he chooses to. He picks his spots well, puts his combinations together very well, and makes the most of his opportunities when they come. He's patient with his approach and what he's going to do and how he's going to do it. Offensively, he's got the tools needed to give anyone a problem. If you've been watching him, and for me, this is where I think he gets most of his slack from, is his conditioning. The downside to him has generally been his conditioning. As the fight goes on, I feel like he becomes a little bit slower and he starts to let his hands drop a little bit more and doesn't punch as much. And he swings his shots wider as the fight goes on and leaves himself open to getting clipped, leaving himself open to getting countered, right? And that's where he actually gives his opponents more room and opportunities to creep back into the fight and win some of those rounds to even the scorecard, right? We saw that against Patrick Teixeira in that fight that he lost, but sometimes he starts slow. And that's him trying to figure out how his opponents is going to respond, trying to gauge their timing, right? The feel out process, as many would like to say. And that can work against them because the judges might say, you know what, you're not doing enough these rounds, and he gives those rounds away. I don't think he can do that against Montiel, right? Someone who's fought against tops in the division. So it'll be interesting to see how the pace goes as the fight commences. All he needs is that one big shot and he can close out the show. Like, he has that type of power in both of his hands. But the question is, how early is he going to let the hands go? And if the round does go into the 7th and the 8th and the 9th round, what is his conditioning going to look like going into those rounds? But let's talk about Juan Montiel, right? 23 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, and 23 of those wins coming by way of KO. So he's a very experienced fighter. He's been in the ring with guys such as Jermell Charlo, James Kirkland, Hugo Centeno Jr., Jaime Munguia. And while he hasn't always gotten the win against some of those top guys, he's given them tough fights, right? Montiel is bringing the pressure and the relentless pursuit. He's got a long reach, uses the straight hand well, good body puncher, and does a good job with the placement of his punches. Against Charlo, right, while he didn't win that fight, he gave Charlo a touch fight. I don't think Charlo took him that seriously, or maybe that wasn't just a good showing by Charlo, because I felt like he should have gotten him out of there. He had him wobbled a couple times and didn't take advantage of that. But that's a testament to Montiel's toughness, right? Because he landed some good shots on Charlo, stood toes right in front of Charlo, and didn't back down from Charlo, right? So he showed that, man, if you're going to take me out, you have to capitalize on your opportunities, because even though I might be wobbled, as long as I'm still standing, I'm going to be in this fight and I'm going to continue coming forward and continue pressuring you. So heart of a champion, absolute. The fight before that, he fought James Kirkland, who coming into that one only had 2 losses, right? He caught Kirkland with any shot that he wanted to and took him out in 1 round. I mean, I remember watching that fight. I was like, man, how long is the ref going to continue to allow this guy to take this much punishment, right? But watching it on the other side, from Montiel's perspective, his placement was really well. The power was showing extremely well in that one too. It looked easy and effortless, and he had pop in every shot that he landed as well too. Now, the backside of that, a lot of people were saying, man, Kirkland, he's old, he was done, he doesn't have any fight left in him. And while those statements are warranted and we're all welcome to share our opinions, you still have to get the guy out of there. You still have to beat who is in front of you. And in boxing, anything can happen. And so Montiel did what he was supposed to do and beat a guy who was coming in of a layoff and didn't have much fight experience in the past couple of years. And he took him out of there. So credit for him for doing that. Now, I think Carlos Adames is the favorite in this one. Not sure by how much, but I think it'll be an exciting fight. I think Adames needs to have a good showing in this one because he's probably one win away from a title shot, right? Montiel could find himself in another spot to win a title or fight for a title if he comes out and wins. So both of these guys are in a pivotal spots right now. And this fight is going to dictate what happens next for either of them. So I like Adames in this fight. Watching some of the interviews, reading some of the articles, he says he wants to knock him out, and Montiel is going to be there right in his face to get hit. But just because you want to knock somebody out doesn't mean that you can do it, right? I think he can, right? I think if he attacks the body and lets his hands go early and apply the pressure early, he'll have success. And he could get him out of there early. However, as the fight goes on, I think it favors Montiel because I feel like Montiel will be a little bit more conditioned and start to land the big shots as Adames tires out. But I have Adames winning by KO. I think he takes him out in under 7 rounds. I also think right now Dominican boxers are on fire right now. You look at Albert Puello and Hector Garcia in the month of August and their wins, right? I think Carlos Adames will be looking to continue that streak. And I think this weekend he will be successful in doing that. But what are your thoughts on this fight? Who do you have winning this fight? Let me know in the comments section below. If you would like to support the channel, there's a couple ways that you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below. Also, my Cash App handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel and will be greatly appreciated. If you would like to follow me on social media, my social media handles will be on screen as well. So if you've been watching the video this long, then do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.